Britain is stepping up its military presence in the Middle East and the Persian Gulf by establishing permanent bases in the region. A defence think tank with close links with the armed forces has published a report on Monday proposing the idea that a strong presence would bring financial benefits to the country. The UK already has a secretive and well-guarded airbase south of Dubai in the Emirates, as well as another military base in Bahrain. Britain also cooperates very closely on so-called defence operations with the dictatorships in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait and Qatar. The British government see the Persian Gulf as the next major focus for the country's war efforts as they slowly withdraw from Afghanistan. But critics of the government say that their continued intervention in the region will only create more hostilities. Activists have warned that Britain's foreign policy in the Middle East needs to change.
Over the last 11 years, there's been much more of a move towards permanent bases, towards permanent presence in various countries. We shouldn't believe for a minute that they're leaving Afghanistan totally, particularly because of the pivot to the Pacific, which is now so important for US foreign policy. But the Middle East has long been an aim, and the truth of the matter is that the interventions in the Middle East have proved to be a failure.
Britain's military motivations in the Arab world have been largely due to the changing power dynamics in the region.
One of the unintended consequences of the war in Iraq was that Iran has become the strongest player in the region, and the intervention in Syria is about weakening that. The attacks on Hezbollah by Israel and other forces are about weakening that. They want to reshape the Middle East in a pro-Western direction, and they are using the Qataris, the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia. These are the countries that are now the closest allies of Britain and the US in the region, and are being used as an alternative to governments which the Western powers believe are hostile to them.
Political experts say the unrest in Syria and increasing sectarian conflict in the Middle East has largely been aided by Western powers in their quest for greater intervention and control of the region. Britain's slow expansion of their military bases in the Persian Gulf is a testimony to those concerns. Hassan Al-Khatib, Press TV, London.